Hey, a few hours ago, if you guys are looking at cop, let me know what you guys think. It ships, you should.
What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another live stream of Down the Rabbit Hole. We are back here in the studio working on projects like always. Today we're going to be working mainly on the Red Kangaroo, I think, for the next half hour or so. I need to prep a canvas, so I might prep a canvas first because we need to do that for the sea. What was it? The elephant seal. The sea elephant. The elephant seal, which is our next animal up for drawing for this week, which is going to be pretty interesting because the research I did, man, there's not much, there's a lot of shape to them, but like, how do I transfer that into paint? I don't know. I'm not too sure yet. So we're going to have to really check that one out. But we're going to do a little bit of work on the skateboard, I think, today. Try to get the hands drawn in. Try to get the rest of the features so that I can start laying like paint, fur color, and stuff like that. So pretty excited to do all those things as well. I need to stick to paint because that's what we said we were going to do. So I'm just outlining in Poshkas just to get the basic outline down, and then the rest is all going to be in paint. So that's the plan, and I hope I can get to that. There may be some change in plans for the upcoming week. I may be going somewhere for spring break. My friend needs help going to do something, so I might head out with him and go help him work on a project of his instead of staying here and finishing all my projects, which, yes, it is going to be a problem, but maybe I can take some work with me and work out there, and then I probably won't be able to do any live work, but I will be able to maybe film something while I'm there and then process it and then put that up for you guys to watch. So there is a plan to do something that's around it. I just have to kind of put that into the plan. But what I would like to do is either take all paintings or finish all the skateboards if I'm going to go. I think it'd be easier to travel with a stack of skateboards and kind of go out into the woods and go paint, bring some markers, just go for it. I mean, then all rules are off kind of what mediums used. I'll just probably bring a small set of markers and paint and then just kind of finish up things. Also, we might have a delay on a Hot Wheels video, but with the end of this week, we'll mark 20 episodes of Hot Wheels videos in a row, so that's an accomplishment in itself. And this week's video, I did a current Hot Wheels video of like cars that are currently out, so that should be interesting. Maybe that'll be more interesting to the current audience of Hot Wheels. So we're trying to mix things up this week, trying new things, and that's the plan. But coming up on spring break here, so, and boy do we need it. Let's get started and jump over into the studio where all things happen. And as you can see here, I just finished making a Hot Wheels video about, 5 minutes before this stream started. So I got a quick break to run to the bathroom and drink some water, and then I started this up, and here we are. But this is a pretty cool looking little car. It's tiny. I don't usually open cars. And if you know, I have another channel, which is a Hot Wheels channel, but they made a car this year that's a fidget spinner. They also made a car that is a little tiny mustache comb. So, pretty cool. I wish it was a real mustache comb and had the little blades cut out. But I think probably Hot Wheels knows that children should be buying these, and that if they put like a comb, kids would be combing all sorts of weird things. And they probably shouldn't, so they just made it fake. Looks like I'm going to be modifying some Hot Wheels pretty soon. Cool looking car. Rolls well too. Anyways, we're not talking about Hot Wheels right now. We got other things to do. Oh, voice, don't give out on me now. But actually, we can sit and have some quiet time. Just hang out. I'm not going to use the wonderful books of Disney, although they're wonderful in their books. They're just not that great. They don't hold up what we need them to hold up. Like I said, my keyboard can never be out of the way. It's always just trying to get trampled all the time. Here's our kangaroo. Our Joey kangaroo. I'm gonna have to move him in just a little bit. I'm gonna have to move him in just a little bit. I also need the bottom piece. And I need the top piece. Okay, here we go. What do I need? I'm just confused on what I need. Let's turn on some music. Maybe that'll get the vibes flowing. I feel like it was a little aggressively loud on your side last time. So I'm going to turn it down just a little bit so we're not like super competing. But alright, let's get into the mode. I think it's hard because I just got finished shooting another video, and back-to-back videos is hard. Where did that tracing paper go now? Where did it get off to? My room's so clean. How does it? Nothing can disappear in here, but it does. Things walk away. And like, now is not a good time to walk away because that had all the tracing paper in it. Not the tracing paper, but the graphite, which we need. Found it. It was hiding underneath that. So I need a piece of carbon paper. So do I want it? Yeah, I think I want it with the hands not completely on it. Unless I put the hands lower. No, because he's crossing his arms. Like that's running into his hand. It like has a very, very distinct spot it can go in. It's not really that even. I don't know, I need to get a better look at it without Joey, and since Joey's already there, let's get the scissors down and do some work. I don't know if this is going to help me at all. I mean, everything still technically lines up. Okay, now I can kind of place where I want it to go and then move on from there. Let's do the hands. That's what's going to have to happen. I do want to make the pouch though. Kind of get this dialed in too. I should name this channel On the Search for Style. So I have my sheet of paper here. Probably need a bigger one for this space, to be very honest. So I'm gonna just quickly pop over into my pre-cuts. Trade this one out. This one I'll probably use for the hands, which will be easy to use. But for the body, I might want to use like a full sheet. That looks pretty good. Looks like I'm gonna get pretty much all the coverage I need. Goes to the edge of the board. Great. There's only a few lines really I need from this, but I'd much rather have them than not have them. Everything helps when you're trying to get something done. So like, if you're willing to take the time, just take the time. But if you're in a rush, be in a rush. And then there's always things that fall apart on you. So like, everything moved now. So that's not what I wanted it to happen. It was all lined up. So many projects. It's only going to be hard to do. Just being finicky. And there's no good place to tape it. Is the real problem. I'm taping it to the glossy side of the skateboard, which as we know doesn't hold tape at all. And I gotta tape it down really quite well.
We've always valued the
Oh
long
dear.
run. It's why our actively managed funds get
Alright, you actively manage funds somewhere else, please. Oh, the paper's already under there. Did I straighten it out? Was it straight? With the body? I don't think the legs come down in the same place. Probably not. This wasn't drawn for accuracy, really. I think the belly's gonna come down in the right place. I can put that leg down in the right place. Not too hard. Okay, let's do it. Where's my... I had a pen. Where'd my pen go? There it is. Alright. Here we go. Here we go. And we already have that one. Wanna maybe... Okay, I'm gonna give it the round. Oh no, it's gotta come out from somewhere. I'm gonna go a little bit of a line down here. Then we have a leg. Swoops off. It starts right about there, it just ends. like ends more straight. Then you have the tail. It's behind. Probably drawing way lower than anyone can see. Sorry, guys. I'm zoomed all the way out, I think. I am. Okay, I'm just outlining just kind of the major parts, moving the tracing paper down as I go, and then trying to finish up those lines at the end. Like none of the side of the belly falls unless I want it to. I feel like I can draw that in later. Okay. See if it came out. It did. Nice. Let's just give that a quick outline. Seemed like a lot of setup for very little reward. I could have just hand drawn that in. Confidence is key in life. But I messed up. Even then. It's hard to design directly on a skateboard. I see why a lot of pinstripers like put their finger down and like kind of know where the where the car is going to be. It's helpful. If I was smart, I'd take like one or two long dry passes, but it's only the outline, so no real detail. We're leaving that. I think this makes it look weird because the wood grain isn't centered. This should be wider on that side. Nice. Everything's looking pretty solid. Not like exact on, but on enough. Okay, we need to do Fists of Fury and the chest piece now. I'm gonna quickly grab a cup of water. Bird and an alarm going off. So many things are happening. Wow. You know, I did an experiment today just to show you guys. No one's gonna care, but no one's watching, so that's alright. But I took a Hot Wheel and you can do damage, you can take the Hot Wheel car off of the back without damaging the card by using acetone. And I wanted to see if it worked. And, you know, to be very honest, it's not even all dry yet, but it did a pretty good job. If I put this in like a book or a press or something, it would have come out almost, you couldn't even notice that I did anything to it. So that's pretty amazing. I thought that was pretty cool. And like it didn't damage the blister pack. I could just repaint it, glue it back on, then go to the store and put it on the shelf, and someone will think it's their lucky day. They've just got a 1 out of 1. I feel like that's up my alley to like go put custom Hot Wheels out in the world. Maybe I should do that. Some vigilante, releasing customs into the world, and then creating value around that, and then selling customs on the side. Could be a good idea. Could I set up to do customs? Yeah, I have an airbrush. I need a vacuum. That'd be loud. Couldn't do it live. I have the printers. I can print the decals. I have the water slide paper, so I'm already ready to do that. I have the sticker paper. I can make my own backs. I don't have the vacuum. And I need the drill and the tap and the screws and wheels. It's really not a huge list of things that I can do. I already have a lot of product. It's a thought. Make customs. But that's just kind of amazing that I can, take a car and pull it off the back like that. And get the right glue and seal it back up. None the wiser. Just create hype, right? Like sign my name in the back of it. No one just like, what? Put a treasure hunt logo that doesn't belong there. Just cause chaos. All sorts of fun things you could do. That's why this is down the rabbit hole, because there's no way that all these things connect to each other other than in my brain. So let's continue on with our kangaroo. Trying to get this outline done. That's really what we're going after. Yeah. Okay. Let's keep going. I need to draw the top part of this body because I still haven't come to terms with what that actually looks like. We got Joey. Joey's out of the way. We need our carbon paper because this piece is going to be big. Tracing paper, no more need for that. This carbon paper for the small pieces. And carbon paper is great because you can use it a bunch of times. So yesterday I used this to do the Joey, and then I came back. You turn it, you move it a little bit, and then you're going to be using the graphite that's in just a little bit over it. The line might break a little bit, but you'll get enough of the image that you can definitely trace it over. So just some tricks and tools that you can use if you're, transferring images over, creating bigger pieces of art. There's all sorts of different techniques. These are just some that I use. Okay, chest piece. Now the chest piece is connected to the arm piece, and the arm piece is connected to the neck piece. So I'm going to move the blank out of the way because we're kind of going to move away from that real quick. Oh, and it's 8:01. So the normal stream used to start at this time. Now the new Wednesday stream starts a little bit earlier. So we might have a couple people coming in to check out the stream. I haven't seen my buddy Wolf in a second. Okay, I'm going to take this out so I can get the full effect. like there's a piece of sand in there. I don't love these skateboard mounts. I wish I could have done a better review. They're nice other than the screw-in part. It has like, feels like there's a little burr. It's just bothering me. Ugh. Wish I could get rid of it. Maybe I can. Try to figure that out. Okay. Top part we need to do is the arms and the chest. Alright, we're gonna say that there's no head. Right. And the lower I put the arm here, the more I'm gonna want to put a head. Like just a nose. Maybe a nose and a mouth. It might be good just to put a nose and a mouth. So we're gonna have to jump into the studio real quick to do a little bit of research. Hi Kylie. Do a little bit of research because I think as I look at the whole, look at it as a whole, I don't know, maybe not. I might have to move the arms up quite a bit. They're not known for having extremely long arms. I can move the hands down and the chest down. But if I'm going to use this line, I'm going to get, the shoulder's going to start here, and I feel like the neck, you're going to get like just maybe the bottom part of the mouth. I don't know. Don't know. I think I can deal with the hand fully on the board though. At least right here. I'm going to tack this in since I kind of like the placement. There's a lot of focus on the center of this board. It's this hand that gets dicey where it goes. Over his face. If I do give it the depth of it going underneath. But the hat's probably pretty far out too. These two things are fighting for space right now. But the arms are probably farther out in front of his face. So that's okay. Whoa, there it goes. Can I deal with that? Is that gonna be okay with me? I want these to be kind of equal though, and I don't know which one I like better. Can't tell because I can't visually see all the way to the top of the board. Hold on, give me a second. Dang, someone is stomping around upstairs. I like this arm better. What does that mean though? I just kind of need to shape that one similarly. Oh man, this is work. Okay, what's my plan? Move my 1941 Webster's Dictionary. Everyone needs one. I don't know when the last time I opened it. I just kid myself thinking like, I'm old school. I got the original. But like, let's be honest. I'm gonna give up soon. Everything's digital. But like, things are wrong on like line. You like look up reptiles online. I bet you birds are in there. Because birds that identify as reptiles. Oh god. Wouldn't that be confusing? If animals started identifying themselves as other animals? Like, no, I don't identify as that animal. But we're like not talking about animals. We're just talking about predetermined sex. But like in reality, we're just all talking about labels, which, well, aren't we kind of tired? I guess everyone wants to be part of something. I don't know. I don't know what people want. People are confused. Okay, let's do this the smart way. Let's do it the smart way. Oh, also, I made some really cool Shrink-a-Dinks that if anyone cares, like, check these out. So I did make a video, or there's a video coming out about them. These little guys, look at that one. It came out really good. So if you're gonna do Shrink-a-Dinks, barrel color pencils are the way to go. Prismacolors, hands down. You get nice, crisp, clean color. Look at that. Look how tiny he is. That's great, right? And then I did Jessica Rabbit. Pretty cool. Right? Nice. I also did some other ones. This one was with the first one I did. This one's actually just in Sharpie, so you can kind of tell the difference between Sharpie and the color pencils. I think we're seeing here where you're getting like vibrant colors. Also, you can do white, which is nice. Markers don't come in white, so that's actually kind of why I switched over to doing color pencils. But if you were to make some earrings out of these, pretty cool, right? Custom earrings, $20. Is it worth it? It took me, I don't know, a few hours to color to like get the coloring right. The second one probably wouldn't take me that long. You know, and if I was to make these for commercial, it'd be kind of hard, right? Like, you can't sell a pair of earrings for $60, even though that's like kind of market price for stuff. Because the value of your time is too expensive to make things like this. I don't know. Anyways, like experiments with Shrink-a-Dink material. Cool, right? Boom. Made those. There's an old show called Daria, and these ones were also done half in marker. These are actually done half in marker and half in colored pencil. So some of it came out. I thought these would be pretty cool keychains for the old school folks who remember this show, Daria. It's on MTV. I actually never really got to watch it, but people really liked it, so I thought this was cool. And when I was searching up things, I found this. So cool little side project. But let's not get distracted, because that's not what we're supposed to be doing. I'm supposed to be. Oh, I got a hair in my eye. Okay. Don't get distracted. That's why we call this Down the Rabbit Hole, because pretty much that's how it goes. It's the land of getting distracted. Oh yeah, I could probably do that. Do some UFOs. Shrink and dink some UFOs. That'd be cool. Could probably do a cool animation if I did some interesting stop motion. I don't know. There's always so many cool things you could do. But right now, I'm working on this project. But like I said, I'm going to try to make it through all the weeks of skateboards and material that I have here. And then I am going to switch over and try to, start the e-commerce side of, like, how do you get rid of art if you do make art? Like, is it possible? Is the market saturated? I mean, maybe my art is terrible, so that's okay. And that could be a problem too. What if your art's terrible? Can you still sell it? Will people still buy it? Are people crazy? Maybe. But it's hard to value. See, and then you get this swooping shoulder. But which one? I kind of like this shoulder better. I put that shoulder over here. Would that work? I need to switch sides. Because I really do like this shoulder better. To a neck, to the neck bone, I think. Okay, so then my plan was to do one of these tricky doodads. Maybe line up the arms, because that's what really needs to happen, and then I just need to get an approximate meeting point so the chest looks pretty square. Is really what I want to happen. And then if everything's going correctly, now the two sides are meshing, I should be able to draw this line on here too. Perfecto. A little bit of teamwork helps you get things symmetrical. I love using tracing paper. It's so versatile, to actually get some things done. Yeah, I probably have watched that YouTube video too. I just need to find the time to do it. And by splitting up my year and not doing 52 paintings this year, which would be an accomplishment altogether, this will help me kind of get ready to sell things, which is also coming up on the Hot Wheels. I think the Hot Wheels, the eBay store should be opening soon, and I'm going to start just selling current Hot Wheels that are on the market right now. So that'll happen, which will kind of give me an avenue to later sell the old set of Hot Wheels. So I really want to get to a point where I can either, just buy and sell Hot Wheels and have fun with it and not really collect, because I don't have the room to collect, but I do like to go look and search and pick up things from time to time. So it'd be nice to like pick up something, film it, talk about it, and then put it back out on the market to somebody who wants it. Excuse me. I have been talking all day and probably been screaming across the field. So then I had a meeting. I hope that lady didn't get back to me about that job interview. Probably she did. Okay. Okay, I gotta take care of that job interview. So many things to do. Just the brain has to stay focused or it'll fall apart. Okay, well, on the other subject of looking for a job, always looking for jobs. There we go. So let's get all this put in. Let's put in the arms first, then we're gonna have to shift this over from side to side to kind of get it to fit a little bit, because I don't want to turn the arms in necessarily. Or I could. No, this is almost correct if it's stretched out, but how am I going to get it to stretch out? I guess I'm going to have to tape it like, I'm going to need new tape or a longer piece of tape, right? So like I'm going to need to like tape it back and around. That's going to be hard to do. I might just have to tape it, I don't know, to the middle and do it upside down and just hope for the best if it moves. I don't know. So the debate is, do I move the... No, I don't want to move the hands in. So we're not going to pull that off. What I'm going to do is I'm going to tape it center. Zoom out. Yeah, so next big step is e-commerce, so that should be a fun new adventure that, I mean, it's not that I haven't done a good amount of e-commerce, and I've already done shipping and sales and stuff like that, sending out things, so we're good there. I'm gonna just do a little tiny cut the throat trick, just so I have a place to tape this, really. I don't need to like necessarily lose the paper, I just need a spot to tape. And I'm getting low on tape. Guess I keep throwing tape away, which is okay, because at some point this blue tape gets really weird and tacky. Like once you kind of stuck it to wood and left it there a long time, it seems to create like this weird bond of no return. Ooh, I like this skateboard. If I do a good job of painting it, which I hope it comes out good. That's all I can say. I just don't. I'm a man of little faith in my skill of it actually like looking good. But I'm gonna try my best. We're gonna see what we can get done. And that's all we can do. Should just make coloring pages. It's also another avenue of resources or income. It's like I could probably make coloring pages too. Should I? Nope, I shouldn't. I'm not gonna do that. I actually don't even really want to do this. That's not very nice either. We can't do anything about that though. Okay, let's get in there and let's, well, knowing that, then I do want to put this back. I was thinking I could slide the carbon paper all the way underneath both arms and do it easy, but there's tape here and there's tape there, which it's not going to make it easy to do. So we're just going to go back in and work from the bottom up. Okay. So I'm going to use my small piece of transfer paper because I need to get into this tight space. Slide it underneath my tracing paper. And now I am going to just trace this one in. I'm going to trace it in with the brass knuckles because I think that's going to be easier in the long run. Finger needs to be smaller. It's not the easiest to trace on this curve. It's not going to be the easiest to paint on this curve. Ooh, that pinky nail looks terrible. I'll fix it when we get in there. The good thing about this is it's not 100% permanent. But we do have like a little bump here, which I would like to put in. And like the fall down of the hand. Get a little bit of definition there. Okay. That's good. Just gonna kind of work my way around. Where did my gray go? I know it's around. There it is. Just kind of draw stuff in as we go. Is it having an autofocus issue? Maybe no fingernail there. There we go. I like it. I like it. Looking good. Oh, and then we got the other finger right here. Nice. I like it. His eye's a little bit messed up because I added too much gray. But we'll fix that. Everything can be fixed. Not gonna work. I'm gonna have to do a little do a little bit of reassignment with this little piece of tape. There we go. There's our hand, it's in there. Pretty much got everything we need. It's covering up his bad eye. Maybe I should put an eye patch on that eye. Fix him right up. I honestly think this is more accurate. Still gonna bring the arm out this way. We're gonna bring the wrist up the same. But I think the fingers are like they're more. These are young fingers, but the like adult fingers are pretty muscular. And maybe I'll have to like oh dear, I got black all over myself. Reevaluate that little hand a little bit. You know. Maybe no fingernails yet. Just let's block that in. I don't really. fighting. I can hear the cameras try to autofocus and what color it needs to be. It's not a good sign. I really need to get better studio lights, but it's not in the plans right now, which is okay. Because in all reality, who knows how much longer this stream's gonna last. I don't even know how long I've been streaming for, but it's been quite some time. And I guess I'd have to find out the real reason I'm streaming. Am I streaming to just create content? And if I'm creating that content, I need to be making videos, like actually made videos of me building stuff instead of streaming. And I think my time would be better spent trying to make better looking videos and not worrying about being live and talking to everybody, like doing demonstrations, because maybe the demonstrations aren't the best. My other problem with that is sometimes when I make videos, it's not a great idea because in my videos the project doesn't get finished. So there's a lot of problems with being me, I feel. Okay, let's not get it all the way to the edge, but let's draw in our shape. Oh, did it move? Well, if it moved, we're in trouble. Looks fine to me. I'm just going to do a quick trace in so we can see what it looks like. Really looks like it moved. That arm's way higher than the other one. I think she's looking straight forward because she's in defense mode too. If the Joey's going into fight mode, we just have to assume that she's looking straight forward. And that you wouldn't get her head in. Sorry guys, I'm doing a lot of turning these days, huh? I'm abandoning the method. It's just too hard to keep everything in a standard position. Might be easier if I was working vertically, and maybe that's something I can change in the future, is work on an easel. I do have an easel mount for skateboard somewhere, which makes it a lot easier. But then again, I have to change my whole setup, so that makes it harder. Yeah. It's easier said than done though, because I sit here and stream for 2 hours. And then you minus 6 hours for work, or 6.5 hours, and probably now it's 7 hours for 7.5 hours for work, probably with commute and everything. So it's 9 hours of the day gone. And then, you know, like, you gotta eat and do things. I don't know. Time just goes by and, like, you end up at the end of the day here. Like today I did a Hot Wheels episode, which should have took me, a few hours to film right after school. But the first one I filmed didn't work out. The settings were not correct, so it imported incorrectly. So I had to do a whole nother filming. And each one of those filmings is 18 to 20 minutes long, so that was another hour out of my day. So you just start chopping pieces out, and you just don't have enough time to go through and watch a video that, you know, you just made. I don't know. It just has to be more efficient. I guess people do it. Like, people make videos and edit all. Yeah, the new video isn't out yet because it's not Friday. It's only Wednesday. The new video will be out on Friday. And we'll be covering current cars, and hopefully we will be ready to start the eBay store. Might just get that just quickly started, but I shouldn't do that yet because I don't have a way to starting prematurely. But I guess, like, what's holding me back? I gotta learn a lot about eBay in the next couple of days then, if I'm gonna be starting the eBay store, and I need to name the eBay store. So there's a lot of things to do. Yeah, you have a way to be paid. Yeah, the problem is the investment going into selling Hot Wheels, if I want to do it correctly, is a little bit still, even from where I am now. Not just buying the Hot Wheels, but shipping materials and things like that. And then once factoring in that cost plus time, is it really worth it to do? Probably not, but I need to get rid of Hot Wheels. So the eBay store should be opening up the end of this week. I'm going to hope that happens, but I'm going to have to put in a lot of extra time. I have to write lists of things I need to do. So, cool. Baby Joey, Mama's done. We've got everything traced in. I don't think I'm going to do a face. I think I can get away without doing a face. Using their central focal point. I still don't know. Do I put a UFO like right here? I don't know what to do. I gotta fit the UFO in somewhere. That's gonna be like the hardest part about this project. Like, where does the UFO go? And more importantly, what color are kangaroos? I mean, this one's the red kangaroo, so I guess it's red. Trying to look it up real quick. Thanks, but no thanks. Switch over to the desktop. Take a little time to do some research. So now we're going to get into color. They look primarily like tan, and I don't want to watch a video. All these things online are just turning into like just terrible. Everyone wants to make money off all their stuff, so finding pictures. But I mean, I guess at the convenience of this you know, being able to type in a few words and have a picture come up in your hands. It's not terrible, right? See, these ones are both at the same height. But I didn't really have, and the arms are definitely in front. Right. I guess I could have put her arms crossing, but then both her arms would have been out of the frame. And I was thinking about just putting this part of her mouth in. Just the nose. Just the nose and this part. Huh. But the color is just a little bit more orange than the skateboard, really. And there's no room for shrubs or anything, so it's really just Mom and baby Joey. That's why I'm going to put him in some overalls. Maybe give her some, maybe leave her pretty plain and, you know, put him as the star of the show. Maybe I'll move this arm position to make her like swatting at a UFO or something. Yeah. So that's a good idea, I think. Yeah, I kind of have to study what the fur looks like. It's kind of weird. It's really hard to see. Like, none of these pictures really do much justice to, like, the fur. You're gonna, like, just gotta get the texture. Maybe you'll have to send me the how to draw. Maybe I'll have to look up how to draw fur. It could be my goal to do this week. I just have so much to do this week. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get everything done. But I'm going to try. Anyways, we've done a lot of kangaroo research. We're kind of good here. Let's sit, let it cook, figure out what we're going to do. Yeah, I know that there's a layer of blended color that has to go down. And that's kind of where I struggle. How to blend paint. Paint dries pretty quickly. I don't know how to blend paint on wood all that well. It seems to just smear. I don't know. I have to get better at all those things, so this will probably be a good testament to that. I'll put the hanger back on the skateboard because we're going to close up shop pretty soon here because I need to take a break. I've been on fire all day today, but I'm glad I got that all traced in. It's helpful to have the stream. Like, the stream is good because it makes me do projects. Like, it makes me sit down and go, okay, work on this, because you want to paint something, and even when you don't want to paint something, you're still going to try to paint something. Otherwise, projects just sit around for years, and I want to try to get better at completing things. Being happy with something that I've done would be nice, you know? And completing them is the only way to do that. But the closer you get to the end of a painting, I feel the less you start working on it less and less because you don't want to mess it up, and or at least I do, and it just turns into this like well, it's never going to be finished because you don't want to put in the last 10 detail. And so I might just stay home for spring break, even though I do have the chance to go help my friend build his cabin in Montana, which would be really cool to do. But it doesn't look like the weather is going to allow us to do that, first of all, because the pass is frozen and they're getting a lot of snow in Montana. So I don't know if we're going to be able to do that. So we may or may not, that may or may not happen. I would like to take some art on the road though, and I'll probably finish some stuff up even if I do go. But if you do see the channel go up for vacation mode next week, you will know why. Is because I decided to go check out some cool nature. So, and my friend needs a hand and could use some help. Better to have 2 people out there anyways, so I figure, go hang out. So I may be doing that trip and then for next week. And if that happens, I will not be here to entertain you, but that's okay, because you'll be fine. I'll be fine. We'll all be fine. And life will go on. That being said, I don't know what the schedule for the Hot Wheels videos will be next week either, or anything like that. Yeah. So, anyways, that might be the plan for next week, just depending on how that goes. And I'll just be catching up on artwork. Like I said, also, we are going to be just finishing up with the supplies that I have here, which is 3 more skateboards and then I believe 3 more canvas. So 6 more weeks of these live streams and kind of working through the paintings. And then after the live streams, we're going to really focus in on taking photos of the pieces of artwork, finishing the pieces of artwork, talking to galleries about, good Lord, talking to galleries about artwork and seeing if I can put them in coffee shops, and like realistically, what do you do with art once you make it? Is it worth anything? Kind of going through that process, putting it on websites, making stickers, all that stuff. Is it worth it? Is it valuable? That's kind of what we're going to be looking at the next couple weeks. But we only have another 9 minutes of this stream. I was going to look up the elephant, our good old friend, the elephant seal, which I can still do. Let me go run real quick to my work folder, because I did just a couple quick printouts. Of some elephant seals and how ridiculous they look. But I really think this is kind of cool. I like this pose, but it just doesn't, in your brain it doesn't really work. It's great though, but I think this would be a really cool painting to do with just the elephant seal. And then my thought is UFO, right? Beam of light, and maybe extracting a fish or something, right? Or a tooth, right? So like not really extracting our elephant, sea elephant, but extracting something out of him, because this is a normal pose for them, although they look weird. Like these things look very strange. Let's get in there. Let's take a look. I could actually just show you pictures online, but like, what's the fun in that when I have physical copies? The physical copies are kind of fun to draw on. But look, what is that? That's just a blob of thing. If I'm gonna paint this, it's just like a gray. It like, with like little white specks. Nature is meant to blend in with nature, which makes it really hard to paint nature. Because it's like a brown on top of a brown, a gray on top of a gray, and some more gray, and then some white specks so that it matches the white of the mountain. Yeah, I know that's what you said. Blob. Blob with a weird nose. So this could be pretty good, or like a UFO taking a fish, right? From two fighting. But like there's so little definition. It's just like the narwhal. Like you have nothing. The narwhal is just like a banana too. And I didn't shade that one well either. That one needs better shading. So I guess this is going to be a real test to my shading skills for this one, which I really don't have good shading skills. Can we learn a little bit about the, what is it, the sea cucumber? No, the elephant seal. I hope I don't have to paint a sea cucumber. Where do we want it from? Wikipedia? National Geographic? Someone has decided to do the laundry and my dryer down here is so squeaky. So I apologize for the squeaking. We're going to end here real quickly. Nat Geo. I don't want to submit. I have to submit my email to read this article. Why? That's weak. So like all the information is flowing through like Wikipedia. That's kind of weak of the internet for like being so expansive. Like it really just pigeonholes all kinds of information. So, I don't know, like, I want to watch a video because it's going to be the most inclusive part. Okay, let's do it, but we're not want to watch it with sound. I'm going to try to read it as fast as I can. Let's go to YouTube. Man, that's so loud. Yeah, this one's 3 minutes and 44 seconds. UC Santa Cruz. Wow, they're battling. Wow. Oh, hold on, sorry guys. We're not on the same page. All right, ready? So this is in UC Santa Cruz in California on the beach. Wow, they are. This is Carolina Casey. She's like ecology and evolutionary biology. She was talking. Santa Cruz each year, male elephant seals arrive at the Nuevo, which is the breeding colony located just 30 miles north of UC Santa Cruz, and they sort of fight to establish access to breeding females. And once those hierarchies have been established, and then they often emit sorts of ritualistic displays, also include vocalization. And so what we were interested in was the type of information we could actually contain within the vocalization produced by males, and how this information is used during the breeding season to cut down on the cost of fighting while still maintaining the social relationship between male elephant seals. We spent an entire breeding season collecting acoustic recordings from adult males, and then we did an in-depth analysis of subsets of those individuals to see which individuals of the calls might be reliable within an individual. The function of reliance. I can't read that fast. Call in order to know how to respond to an individual, or if there's something potentially within the construct of calls that encode either size of dominance and we found that when played back the call of animals' most familiar dominant rival, he actually moved away from the speaker and then kind of reversed, and we played it back his call. So this is them playing calls to see if there's like signal patterns between, well, elephant whales. I cannot read that fast though. It is going way too fast, especially something that I haven't read before. You can watch this one, but basically I'm watching it to like gather some idea of movement, and I can't do that when that's it. That's the picture I want to draw. Covered in sand on the beach. It's just going to look like a mound of dirt. I would step on that. I'd go running over that thing by accident. No? I feel like I would. So Santa Cruz is University of Santa Cruz. All right, no ads. All right, we're gonna head on out because it is 9 o'clock, and the dryer is just gonna either drive me crazy or drive you guys crazy, and I don't really want to do that right now. So we're gonna sign out for the night. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. A little bit of catching up on some projects, a little bit about the elephant seal, and kind of the project plan for that. I was supposed to paint that canvas white, but that also didn't play into the plan. So, you know, just doing the best we can and trying to process things. But that's going to be it for this one. Hope you guys have a good night, and we'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.